Hey everybody, this is Dr. Tony D, and how are your resolutions coming along? It's okay. Like many, a lot of people start resolutions, and by this point of the year, a lot of them are gone. There are alternatives, however, and let's talk about one in this next video.
Class is now in session at Elev8 U, helping you discover your next level.
Many people find resolutions very, very frustrating, myself included. I know that I, for many years, had set perfectly wonderful resolutions at the beginning of the year, only to see them faltering out, as many find, certainly within less than a month. Don't feel bad if that's you, and that doesn't mean that there isn't a framework going forward for you to help kind of see the changes or make the improvements or do the things that you want to do in this new year. Let's just take a step back, do a reset, and try a different approach. And this is one that I have found that works well for me, and certainly anecdotally works well for many people. And it's a process called the one-word process. And this is outlined in a book called One Word That Can Change Your Life by John Gordon, Dan Britton, and Jimmy Page. Really short read, and we'll have a link to it either in the comments or the description on this video so that you can check it out. If this intrigues you after we walk through it, then I'd strongly suggest you get the book and work through the process. So, in essence, what you are attempting to do through a three-step process is determine what your one word for this year is going to be. The 3 steps of the process. The first step is called look in, or a preparation phase. And the true spirit here is to really have an honest conversation with yourself about what is going well in your life, what's not going well in your life, where are the areas of change. And if we want to take our resolutions as a starting point, I think a great exercise along this spirit is to take each resolution that you set, and hopefully you didn't, wad up the only copy you had and threw it in the trash can in frustration a week or so ago. But take those resolutions that you had set, and then look at each one and ask one very simple question. Why? So, I want to lose 20 pounds this year. Why? And if that answer doesn't feel sufficient, ask why again, until you get down to what it is that you truly are wishing to derive from that goal. You stack that process up through enough of your goals, you may start to get a picture about what the overarching theme of your goals is, and that can help you start to drive down to what that one word for your year is. The second phase, or the second step, is called look up. And that is seeking guidance beyond yourself as part of the process. Now, whether you choose to believe in a higher power, that can be getting in communion with that higher power, or that can be just the process of being open to receiving wisdom. I've certainly seen stories of people working through this process that are driving in their car and they see a word on a billboard. They've driven by it multiple times. Let's say it's a piece of their normal commute. They're driving by this billboard and a large word jumps out at them, which ties everything together for them that they had been working through in that preparation or look-in phase. So that stage is definitely be in communion with a higher power if that's where your belief system is, but it's also just being open to seeing things that you maybe haven't noticed before, or being aware of things that are jumping out at you that, maybe were kind of background in your life, but now they're starting to become foreground. And that third step is, once you've determined that word, is living it out for the year. And there's great resources for how, certainly within the book and in many websites as well, as to how to do that. And that's things like creating reminders of what that word is, putting it on post-it notes so it's appearing everywhere, making a screensaver with your word on it for your phone or for your computer, just giving yourself constant reminders of that word. And I know this is something that I've done over the last 2 or 3 years. Have definitely found it very beneficial, and it's been great to look at the end of the year and then kind of tie back to, yeah, there's a lot of things that have happened that all tied into the theme around one word. This is also a super activity I've heard of families determining what their word is. They each individually have their word for the year, but families or work teams will also develop their own word for that particular group or collective that describes the theme for that year. So beyond yourself, this process can have applications across other things as well. And so once again, we have a link to the book either in the comments or in the description of the video. Strongly suggest, if you want to kick resolutions to the curb, and I wouldn't necessarily say that I blame you, this is a new framework that you can try, and I hope that you do. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this video, and if resolutions aren't your thing, I hope that you give this a shot. And if you would be bold enough, and you try this process out, please leave your word in a comment wherever you found this video. I'm looking forward to seeing what words people are coming up with, and hope that this works out well for you. Also, please follow us on social media. If you would like to see more of this material, we would love it if you followed us on social media. So pick your favorite social media channel, and our username is @DrTonyDavis.
Dr. Tony D, helping people discover their next level.